Hello everybody, my name's Shalise. Welcome out everybody to my Supernatural Season 15 Episode 20 review. Carry on. This is the series freaking finale of Supernatural. And I gotta say this, even though I bitch and complain about Supernatural and how they messed up the lore, how it shouldn't have been on for 15 seasons and all this stuff, I will always love this show. This show, like you, has been around for 15 years of our lives. 15 years of Supernatural. A lot of it great, some bad writing, and some very awesome writing. This show is utterly fantastic, and I love it. I always will. But I'm not here to talk about the entire show. I'm not even here to talk about the final season, which I was not the biggest fan of, to be honest with you. I'm here to talk about the finale of Supernatural. And because of this episode, I knew they had problems leading because of COVID restrictions, obviously. And they had to make do. They had to change the script a bit. But overall, they got the ending they wanted. And overall, am I satisfied with the ending of Supernatural? I think it was an okay episode. I think it was a good episode. It had some good, strong moments. Some good, strong feel moments. But then again, a lot of Supernaturals, that's the heartfelt moments and all that stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's just the story-wise, like, how these characters could survive so much, then do something else is just like, but whatever. Supernatural Season 15, Episode 20, Carry On. How the episode started off is how they showed the two brothers in two different lights. Dean wakes up late, eats unhealthy food. Sam wakes up early, gets his exercise run in. Sam is cleaning his bed. Dean is kind of cleaning his bed, tidying up. Sam is reading about the educational stuff or about lore. Dean is cleaning his guns. They go on a pie adventure together. They go on like this pie eating contest. Dean's trying them out. Not pie eating contest, but basically it's a place where I think he just pie and all that stuff. And I thought for sure he wasn't looking at pie on the laptop. I thought he was looking at porn. But like busting Asian beauties again? No, not gonna happen. But how Dean is just looking at, at the pie, and how Sam just smiles at him, and Sam eventually puts Dean's face in a thing of the pie, and in the background I see an old man laughing, and I'm like, that probably didn't, and that probably wasn't in the script, but overall I enjoyed that. And what happens in this episode, a group of killers kidnap two young boys, two brothers. Sam and Dean go to rescue them. They kill the guys, but Dean is mortally wounded. Dean dies. He goes to heaven, meet Bobby up in heaven, and Sam lives on his life in Earth. You see Sam, how he's just this is a good point for like how when family members die, how you're left with your stuff, how you don't know how to carry on anymore, how do you wake up. It's just utterly different, and it's just really a heartfelt thing. And I think a lot of people could relate to that after, especially with Supernatural for 15 years, that a lot of people could relate to certain deaths of not just characters, but people in their lives who lost them in the past 15 years of Supernatural. So I think this hits home to a lot of people. I think this is a very heartfelt episode. I think this was a very good episode. But overall, it wasn't the best, in my opinion. I mean, again, at the end, Dean goes up to heaven. Time is different. I love the fact that they had to Carry On My Wayward Son playing when Dean's listening to music, like, I love the song. And while he's driving around, we see Sam's life maturing. I believe he still has a dog, and he had a son named Dean. He has a wife. Hopefully he married that one girl that we all know, Eileen, and all that stuff. I really hope they got together, even though we kind of didn't see it. They kind of not. She was in the background. And I'm pretty sure he got with her. He got a kid. His kid eventually becomes a hunter, and Sam dies of old age. Him and Dean and Sam, they both look at the beautiful lake together. And they're like, welcome to, and in other words, like, it's welcome to heaven thing. And they kind of, Castiel does not return, neither does, Jack and all that stuff. That's previously happened. But to me, I think this entire episode was a very heartfelt moment to the fans. And they made do what they had with the COVID restrictions. And I believe they did a pretty dang good job for a series finale. And I'm not going to be heartbroken about it. Here's the thing. I got to the point of Supernatural in my life, like, I know a lot of people will cry, bawl their eyes out. But to me, Supernatural, like, all these heartfelt moments, like, they had so many of these heartfelt moments over the last 15 years, and it didn't lead to much because the characters always won. It was team free will and all that stuff. It was team good times. It was team we could do anything and we're going to live and we're always going to have a happy ending. Even if the characters die, they have a happy ending. And I know the CW, they did like this 1 hour special how they're showing the past events about these characters and what they've been through. And it just really goes to my mind of how far Supernatural fallen from grace and how it's got back up and how overall this entire series was. And overall, I love this show. I always will. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I don't want to say top 10 right now, but because I didn't enjoy this last season, but I think top 20 for sure. This was a great show. I always will have its heartfelt moments. Again, it's been over with our life for 15 years. You gotta respect it. You gotta love it. You gotta respect what comes before. You gotta respect what comes after. I love this show. I will always love the show. They did a good send-off, a good ending episode. Is it like the same A+ caliber as season 5 ending was? No. But then again, when you're around for 15 years, you know characters are gonna always come back. There's resurrections. Good guys, bad guys become good guys. There's a lot of Sam's Jack's not family shit, and then there's like Dean, he's family and all that. You got those brothers always having those moments with each other. You had Dean and Sam crying over each other's like it's okay and all that stuff. And I enjoyed this episode, but it's nothing special, in my opinion. It was special in a sense because this is special to fans. But to me, this is not like an episode I'm always going to go back to. This is not one of my fondest Supernatural episodes. This is not one of the greatest Supernatural episodes like The French Mistake, The Swan Song, The End. I mean, so many episodes of Season 5, 6, 4. I mean, there's so many great episodes of Supernatural, just in general. Overall, again, I'm not the biggest fan of this Season 15, but I will be doing future videos of Supernatural Season 15. Review the characters, top 25 characters, top 25 episodes, worst to best seasons. I mean, I love Supernatural. It deserves a nice send-off for my channel. And I overall love this show. I overall love the characters of this show. Overall love the entire story. And the series finale, they left on a good note. And they left showing heart. And they left showing the people that they appreciate them. And that's what Supernatural is. It's a family that's been around for us in 15 years. We invite them to our living rooms to watch television with the families and all that stuff. We invite them into our homes, into our hearts, and we love Supernatural. We always will love the brothers finding the good fight and all this stuff. So to me, Supernatural Season 15, Episode 20, Carry On. Carry on, my wayward son. Rest in peace, Supernatural. It was nice having you in our homes. It's sad to see you go, and it is a little bit morbid. It is a little bit sad this episode. But then again, what is truly the end in anything, in life, in TV, and anything? I mean, to me, you're always going to have these fond memories. As long as you carry it with you in your heart and everything else, you're going to have a great time with this series. I still would recommend watching this show, even though I believe it kind of went downhill for certain cases, but overall, it is a nice send-off. And Supernatural Season 15, Episode 20, Carry On. Pretty dang good episode. But let me know what y'all think, everyone. Subscribe if you like. Disagree on a bomb. Comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion. I respect yours. This is my first time on Rumble, so this will be first uploaded to Rumble, then to YouTube. So just let me know what y'all think, everybody. Just nothing more I could say other than rest in peace, Supernatural. We love you, and just think of us fondly, everybody. So Supernatural 15, Episode 20, Carry On. I know I repeated myself, but overall, love this show, Supernatural. So just let me know what y'all think, everybody. Jalees, Alfred, everybody. Bye.